Hello everyone, welcome to XDC DeFi Hackathon. DeFi, a world with around 43 billion value of assets locked and around 9,000 variety of cryptocurrencies in the market. Even though not everyone is privileged to own the cryptocurrency that they want. Why? Because there is a limitage of supply and huge demand in the market. Not just cryptocurrencies. There are some precious metals that you want to own, but because of limitage of supply, you are not able to. Likewise, there are commodities, index shares, which everyone wants to own, but not able to. What is the solution? How are we going to solve it? We, the team of XSyn protocol, have come up with the idea of synthetic assets. What are synthetic assets? Synthetic assets are digital form of the assets, which lets you to own the physical form of the asset that you want to, but the physical asset value is pegged against the price and then shared with you in the form of digital. The price value of the physical asset is powered by decentralized oracle by plugin. So this XSyn protocol is allowing you to open and choose a galaxy of synthetic assets that you can own. How are we going to do that? What is XSyn protocol? XSyn protocol is a decentralized derivative asset issuance protocol. This asset issuance protocol or a synthetic asset issuance protocol is modeled by pooled collateral method, which allows multiple people or number of peoples to come together in this model and trade together, share the risk, share the profit. How? And who can participate in this initiative or in this protocol? Any user who is having either the XDC or PLI token are eligible to own these synthetic assets. XDC and PLI tokens allow you to mint, stake and mint XDUSD token. What is XDUSD token? This is our crypto-backed stable network coin, which once minted will allow you to swap it against multiple or different form of synthetic assets. How are we going to use this? Or how are we going to mint this XDUSD asset? Let's see. Let's take an example that I am the user and I have around 1000 XDC coins. And then I want to stake these coins and then get XDUSD. I will be provided equivalent or relevant amount of XDUSD based on the calculations. Not just that, we also have come up with collateral ratio. This collateral ratio is going to prevent you from market fluctuations. Remember, we are dealing with financial market and there is going to be fluctuations every minute and then. And how are we going to prevent you from these fluctuations? This collateral ratio backed by contract to contract method is going to prevent you from the market fluctuation and liquidation risk. For example, you have 1000 XDC, and for 1000 XDC, if you are allowed to mint 20 XDUSD tokens, we will apply a collateral ratio of 200%. And of course, this collateral ratio is determined by a governing committee, and it is updated every now and then based on the market situation. After applying the 200% of collateral ratio, you will be able to mint 10 XDUSD. Now you have 10 XDUSD. What are we going to do that? With this 10 XDUSD, I'm going to show you what are the synthetic assets that you can swap it against to and how it's going to help you to trade and make profits out of the synthetic protocol. Let's get into the demo. So we are now seeing the login page, or every user who wants to be part of this XSyn protocol need to have a wallet address. They are logging in with the wallet address. So we are using XDC Pay as a wallet, and you see the brilliant or beautiful dashboard that gives you every picture, every value that you want to see in one screen. You can see that the user is having the PLIs like around 89,848 PLIs, and then he is having around 1,800 XDC tokens. What is he going to do? How is he going to stake the XDCs? Let's see. So you have to click on the stake XDC button, and then you have option. Do you want to stake against the XDC or do you want to stake against the PLI? In this case, let's go for XDC. So I am going to stake 500 XDC, and in here itself, you can see that you will be eligible to mint 6.25 XDUSD. Remember, this is after the collateral ratio being applied. Okay, I think now we are going to see an interesting page. Just approving the transaction and waiting for the page to come. Wow, success. Okay. Now you see like the dashboard is updated. What is the amount of XDC you staked? You have around 500 XDC. Okay. Just getting back to the page. So you can see that you have staked 500 XDC coins, and then you have minted 6.225 XDUSD. And how did you come out with the 6.225? As I mentioned, we are using plugins Decentralized Oracle to get the real price of the USD against which we create a synthetic assets. And all of this is built in the powerful and secure XDC network. So here you can see that we have 6.225 XDUSD minted, and the collateral ratio, as I said, is 200% that I have applied. So currently you have 200% of collateral ratio applied, and you have 6.25 XDUSD minted. Let's get into the interesting aspect. So now I have the XDUSD, and you can see all the synthetic assets that we have gotten into this protocol. This list is not going to end, friends. It's going to grow forever. As you can see, it's not just the cryptocurrencies, it's not just the gold, it's not the commodities. We are going to bring in each and every physical form of the asset into digital form of asset using synthetic assets form. Okay. And as I mentioned, it's not just you. You are going to have a pool of members who are going to participate in this. They are going to stake XDUSD by the synthetic assets, and then they are going to earn profit and share risk. Of course, you have to know that we are in the finance platform. As and when there is a profit, there is also a risk that you have to remember. And then that's why we are having this collateral ratio. So we have some of the assets like CGO, SRX, PRNT, XSP, and you could see a uniformity there. All these assets are starting with XD, which is derived from XDC network. Of course, we are building in this XDC network on all the real assets. For example, if the real asset is BTC, XD-BTC is a synthetic form of the asset. If the real asset is ETH, XD-ETH is the synthetic form of the Ether, right? So let's do one thing. Now I have 6.25 worth of XDUSD. I'm going to swap it. So in the screen, I'm going to show you that you can see the current price of the XAU, right? Like 0.032. And how is it coming? Again, it's a powerful plugin Decentralized Oracle that is fetching the real-time price of this asset in the market. And with that price, with the value of 4 XDUSD, what am I going to get? Let's see. You going to approve the transaction? Yes. So as I said, we have built this on a contract-to-contract model. So you can swap your asset. You can swap any of the synthetic assets to any different form of synthetic asset without any need of third parties using this contract-to-contract method. And also this is going to prevent you or protect you from the slippage and liquidation risk. So now that the transaction is happening, it's going into the blockchain, getting the values approved, and boom, it's going to give us the value that we are wanting to see. Asset that I always dreamed to own, but because of the limitation of supply, I'm not able to do that. Now that I have the synthetic form of the asset, let's see if I'm able to get the asset in my wallet. Yeah. Just hold on, guys, hang on. Wow, it's a success. And let's see. Now you can see that I minted this XAU. In the first time, the asset balance was 0. Now that with 4 XDUSD, I was able to get around 1,250 synthetic form of XAU assets. So if I go to the dashboard, I can see the, I'm just waiting for it to come. So your XDUSD balance is reduced because you have used that to mint or swap the XAU synthetic assets. But then still we are keeping a track of how much you minted, right? So we have a debt pool which makes sure or which tracks each and every transaction that you do, not just you. Every member of this debt pool will have this transactions being recorded, and everybody needs to make sure the collateral ratio is monitored. you need to make sure that your collateral ratio is kept at stake to make sure that you are prevented from liquidation risk. So keep checking your dashboard and make sure that you have your collateral ratio on. Now that, okay, brilliant. So we had XDC, we minted XDUSD. With XDUSD, I was able to own XDXAU asset. Now, if I want to sell this XDXAU, any synthetic asset that I have got, if I want to sell it, right? So you can sell it and get the profit out of it, provided you need to burn the XDUSD that you minted, right? XDUSD you have to swap. You use that to get the synthetic asset. Now that you are selling it, you have to burn the equivalent amount of XDUSD to sell your synthetic assets. So not just this. So this is a brilliant idea that we have started working on, and this is not going to end. We have different milestones or various milestones that are coming up for you. What are the milestones? As I said, you can swap the synthetic assets to any form of synthetic assets. You can buy XDUSD from that. You can buy any different form of synthetic assets. And there will be a small exchange fee that you have to pay. That exchange fee will help us to make this platform better and better. And then we have a governing team or a governance body that keeps track of the collateral ratio, that see what is the price and how it's being fluctuated. So we also reward the stakeholders who are going to stake the XDC and PLI in our protocol. So for all these, we charge a small exchange fee, which is our next milestone to come. And then, so we are also halfway through in the burn mechanism. We are working on the liquidation for the defaulters who are not meeting the collateral ratio. And then, as I said, there's an exchange fee. We need to work on the tokenomics and the exchange fee for that. And then we also need to, we are also working on a periodic check. And of course, there are plans to send a notification to the people if they are in the verge of losing the collateral ratio. And all of this is powered by a proper user guide and documentation support. Remember, it's not just the support, it's all those security, because this is built in XDC network. So thank you guys. Thanks XDC for providing the opportunity, and yeah, hoping to see you with the full-fledged project. Thank you.